cause number 24-3166-DCD. Present in my virtual courtroom are both parents. That would be the non-custodial parent, Rene Garza, and the custodial parent, Angelica Cano. Let me start with Mr. Garza. Go ahead and announce yourself with your full legal name, sir.
My name is Rene D. Garza.
Thank you. And same for you, Ms. Cano.
Angelica Marie Cano.
Thank you. Now I need to swear you both in. If you'd both raise your right hands for me. Do you each swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Starting with Mr. Garza.
I do.
Followed by Ms. Cano.
I do.
Thank you. I need to tell you a couple things before I involve Ms. Nichols and we start talking about the actual case.
Buckle up. Guys, this is where the judge lays down the law. Notice how she clarifies her authority as an associate judge and reminds both parents they can appeal to a higher court. That's huge, because it means whatever decision comes here isn't necessarily the final word. She's basically saying, play fair, but if you don't like it, you've got options.
Is that one, I'm an associate judge. I've been appointed to hear cases filed by the Office of the Attorney General, their child support unit. As an associate court, we are courts of record. They do not assign court reporters to our courts. We have a digital recorder, so be aware of that. Make you aware so that you'll understand all your answers need to be verbal, obviously, but loud enough for the recorder to pick up and the court to hear. No answering questions by shaking your head or nodding. That does not record. And no ahas or us. This is a formal courtroom, so I'll expect yeses and nos. The other part of the being an associate court is that you are allowed to appeal any rulings from this court to a higher court. That would be to an elected district judge. So at the end of the hearing, if you need me to give you more specifics, I will, but there is a right of appeal from this court to a higher court at the district court level. The second part of the recording issues is you did hear me announce that we were live streaming on YouTube. It is a requirement that the courts are open to the public. That's been true for forever. And courts had been sitting in courtrooms with people coming in to observe proceedings, whether they were involved in cases or not. They could watch their courts at work. It's a part of our Constitution, the open courts requirement. When COVID happened, they went to Zoom court as a way to just keep conducting business. They figured out because of the open courts, they set up the live streaming on YouTube as a way for the public to log into the YouTube app and watch the courts on a live stream channel on YouTube. So that's what's happening now. I tell you that so that you're aware of it and you don't blurt out your home addresses, your social security numbers, your cell numbers, something that identifies you that you probably would not want out on the internet for anybody to use it or abuse it. So I try to catch you if you get there, but if I don't and you say it, it's out there, I can't bring it back. So I'll take it back. So be aware of that. And also be nice so that people are watching this and you're in a courtroom, people could watch in a courtroom anyway. So just behave yourselves. So the last part of the recording issues is do not record. It would be considered in violation of our laws, subject to contempt of court, punishable by a fine and or a jail sentence. So do not record. That applies to everybody here in the courtroom or anyone outside observing in. If you need to go on appeal, if you need it for your record for some reason, if you need a copy, you ask, there's a way to contact my court coordinator to ask for that. But otherwise do not record yourself. Out of all of the recording issues, Mr. Garza, do you have any questions or concerns about any of them?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
And out of the for Zoom being going forward on Zoom, do you consent to do that, sir?
I am, yes.
Okay. Same for you, Ms. Cano. Any concerns about recordings?
No, ma'am.
And you consent to go forward on Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Let me defer to Ms. Nichols next. She's going to identify herself and give me an opening statement on what I'm doing today on y'all's case, and then it's going to be followed by testimony. Ms. Nichols?
Yes, AAG Nichols representing the state. This suit is based on a petition to establish the parent-child relationship filed by the OAG's office. DNA testing was done. It was completed, confirming Mr. Garza is the father of the child, and I've sent the DNA results to the court if you'd like to look at that.
They'll also be attached to the order, and if you'll ask me to admit them, I'll take judicial notice of them during the case. Okay.
Parties have agreements on every issue except for retroactive child support. So I'll tell the court what the parties' agreements are. Parties agree that the child's last name will remain as Cano. Parties are appointed joint managing conservators. The only change to that is that Ms. Cano will have the exclusive right to apply for the child's passport. Parties agree to that. Parties agree to standard possession schedule.
And there it is, the big reveal. DNA test confirms Garza is the father, locking in his legal responsibility. In cases like this, paternity isn't just about biology, it's the gateway to child support, custody rights, and obligations. Without this confirmation, the whole case would collapse. Think about it, no DNA, no child support order.
Okay.
Parties agree to each download app close and communicate through app close regarding the child. Parties agree that Mr. Garza's gross monthly resources are $5,000.67 a month. Mr. Garza has one other child for whom he pays child support. Parties agree that the child in this case will stay on Ms. Cano's health insurance and dental insurance. The cost of the health insurance is $235 monthly. The cost of the dental is $5 monthly. And Mr. Garza will reimburse mom for both the health and dental premium. Parties agree that child support will be guideline. After giving credit to Mr. Garza for taxes and for payments on health and dental premiums, his guideline and the fact that he has one other child, his guideline support is $691. The parties agree on that.
Start dates, did you agree on those?
So the parties agree to actually start April 1st, 2025.
Okay.
And parties agree that Mr. Garza will pay court costs as billed 1 year from today.
And on the issue of non-disclosure, were you ever headed there or not headed there?
Oh, no non-disclosure.
No, non-disclosure. So strictly on the issue of retroactive support is what you're.
That is correct.
Okay, you'll elicit testimony, and the state's going to call each of you as a witness one at a time. I don't know who they call first; they get to decide. However, the other person, if you're not a witness, don't talk, don't interrupt. But you're going to have your turns to reply, just not on the other person's time, unless it's a valid legal objection, something that you could raise. Fine, but not just to interrupt and tell your side. You'll get that courtesy, and the same courtesy of not being interrupted when it's your turn. So, Ms. Nichols, you may call your first witness.
Yes, I will call. Well, first, I ask the court to admit State's Exhibit 1, which is that DNA test result paper.
And Ms. Gano, you've seen that report?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Gano, you've seen it as well? The DNA report that shows paternity of 99 point blah, blah, blah percent, 99.
I've seen it, yes. Mr. Garza, yes, I've seen it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not
okay.
sure. Sorry, Mr. Garza. Yes, I just want to make sure you've seen it before I admit it. If you've seen it, then surely there's no objection. I will admit the DNA results, the report for the child. And then you didn't say it, but I'm going to presume it. This order will establish paternity as well. That's the whole point of this. But
That's correct.
and Mr. Garza will be found to be the father. Will be legal, be in the order. Okay.
I do have one question.
Okay, may as well ask it. What is it, Mr. Garza?
Back to the Cano. I mean, I don't know if we can get it changed to Garza.
Okay.
I can elicit testimony from the parties about that.
Okay.
Okay. And can you give me the birth date of the child, Ms. Nichols, so I can be thinking about it, all of this stuff while we're talking?
Yes, let me give you the birth date of the child. Yes, her name is Ava Ray Cano. And the birthday is January 22nd, 2015.
So the child is
10 years old.
10 years old. That's right. Okay, thank you. Then we'll proceed with witnesses. Okay.
Okay, the state calls Ms. Cano. Ms. Cano, your child's last name is currently Cano, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any problems with the name being Cano-Garza?
No.
Okay. Pass a witness just on that issue, Judge, and then Mr. Garza, call Mr. Rene Garza.
Yes.
Sir, would you have any issue with your daughter's last name being Cano-Garza?
I do not.
Okay, so that's okay with both parties.
I'm fine with that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That
All right,
sounds like
thank
a good compromise. Thank you for saving me the trouble of making one of you unhappy, but it still requires, even with a court order signed by me that says the child's name is changed, you really need to go to the Bureau of Vital Statistics, amend the birth certificate. There's a cost. You can't rely on the AG to do that. They don't pay for that. And then there'll be a name change on there. And with that, and a court order, you can go to Social Security, you can go to everywhere and anywhere and prove the new name and show it so the records will be changed. And don't wait, don't prolong it, because then she's known as one thing and legally it's another. Then there's going to be huge problems for her down the road. So don't do that.
Who's responsible for paying for that?
I don't tell anybody they're responsible, because either of you could do it. If you go down there together and split the cost, that's one thing. If you don't get along and one of you decides you can't afford it and the other one doesn't do it, you're in trouble. Or you're not in trouble. It's just it doesn't happen, and then you can't do what you need to do. And what the child needs for later on, for certificates of graduation, for all sorts of stuff. You really need to go do it. You decide, and somebody beats the other one, let them know, so you're not both there trying to do the same thing on different days and you confuse the staff people. And the state's not doing it. I'm just telling you that. So y'all decide. But thank you for the name change agreement. So Ms. Nichols, you want to continue?
Okay, I will now call Ms. Cano. Okay, Ms. Cano, at any point, were you and Mr. Garza living together?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Garza, will you mute yourself? I'm hearing some fuzziness. Okay, I think that's better now. Okay, thank you. And I'll have the court take judicial notice of the state's petition to establish a parent-child relationship, which was filed in November 2024.
Take notice of said pleading.
Okay. So, Ms. Cano, at no point since November 2020, you and Mr. Garza were ever living together.
No, ma'am.
Since then, has Mr. Garza provided any money directly to you for Ava's care?
Yes.
Do you know how much?
I was doing a calculation, so I had given you the Cash App total, which was about $1,700. I think it was like $1,707. But some of that did include him paying for like jerseys for himself and hats for himself for her softball stuff. And if she asked him for money to buy food like that, he would pay it directly to me for me to get it for her. But then I forgot, he actually texted me and told me that he was up to $5,000 on Venmo, what he had sent me. So I went to look at Venmo, and what I could calculate on Venmo just from just like not for what he given me to give to her, because everything that he put on Venmo, like for receipt, was for Ava, but it was not for Ava's care. It was like for stuff that Ava would ask for. But from what he gave me for on Venmo, that what I calculated was $7,235 from 2022. And then,
Okay.
He would also give me money to my UFCU account. He would directly put money in that account. And I don't have a record of how much of that is, but I would say probably about $500. So
Okay.
total, I came up with about $9,235 that he's given me since 2022.
Okay, and that's just for Ava's care?
Yes.
Okay. So according to your calculations, will you say that number again, please?
$9,235.
Okay, thank you. All right. I will pass the witness for now and call Mr. Garza.
Before you do that,